Hello guys and welcome to Division 2. We are racing at Imola. It's been a long time since I've commentated, I'll be honest. I will be honest. And we already got some cars coming out of the pits. But as they come out of the pits, let's have a look at the championship standings. I can't hear the game for some reason. Why can't we hear the game? Let me just get this sorted. There we go. So here we are, we have Guyton Bullet on outlap. He's going to be the first one to set a lap. We've got plenty of cars following behind, 2 Red Bulls and a Ferrari. Looks like Sabi and McLeod together. But we're going to be following Guyton Bullet around for this lap. He's got the DRS wide open. Avoids those cars into turn 1. It looks like a very good turn 1. Turn 2. Looking pretty good, I must say. In the championship, the 2 Red Bulls, RS McLeod. He currently leads the championship by 22 points to Romanetic, and Sabi in 3rd place with 81 points. That is our championship. But here we have Guyton Bullet. Looking like a solid lap so far. Purple middle sector, of course, is the first one to say it. And we have 2 Red Bulls on mediums as well. Let's see what he can do coming around the final corner now. Looks solid. Ooh, bit of a swap on the exit of the final corner. And he crossed the line with a 113.7. That is a very good. That's a very good time. Wow, incredible. Who's coming around next? Marius Formula just begins his lap. We're following the other house now. Yeah. We do have a Ferrari who is coming towards the end of his lap now. Looking strong. Where does that put him? Puts him in P2 with a 114.1. Mr. Cycle Up goes in 6th place with a 115.0, but RS McLeod on the medium. Looking pretty decent, but now we go back to Marius Formula. Coming around the final corner. What can he do with his lap? Puts himself into P3 with a 114.2. I must say, Guyton with a 113.7 is a wonder lap. It is a wonder lap. Wow. May not need to come out again. Yeah, that's a very good lap from him. Obviously, we're going to have all the other guys come out as well, but we will see. We will see. Still, repass comes out the final corner, crosses the line. Oh, he's beginning his lap. Well, actually, he's beginning his lap, never mind. Ferrari coming into the pits. As George Tava crosses the line, puts himself in P11. But here we are following still repass. Apologies if the commentating isn't that good, guys. It's been a long time. Ooh. Let's see what he does it coming up the end of sector 2. Doesn't show us the gap. Not sure why. He's on a 49.7. Let's see what he can do coming out. We're going to be focusing mainly on the top 5, top 10-ish people. Let's see what he can do in his lap. Puts himself to P5, just as I mentioned, top 5. He puts himself there, so that is very good from him. Very good lap, 114.6. Who else is on an out lap? We have... Looks like Lost Souls is going to be starting his lap now. We'll be following him. It looks like Guyton also behind him is starting a lap. Yep, he is. We'll be following him next. And then 2 Red Bulls. Looking pretty strong. Maximizes that corner. Let's go on board with him. Looks pretty confident. Let's see how quickly he can take this as yellow flags. Looks like one of the Williams spun around. But here we have VFR Lost Souls coming around the penultimate corner. Smooth in. Good final corner, gets a good exit all the way to the line. Let's see what he does. It's P9 with a 115.0. Next, we will go to Guyton, and it looks like he's not doing his lap. So we will switch to McLeod, who is on the lap. See what he can do. He's in P7 at the moment. What can he do on these soft pads and boxes? He backs out of his lap. Sabi, is he on a lap? Looks like he is. Going in pretty hot. Coming out the final corner. And boxes as well. Maybe he wants to start on the mediums. Jimmy Django on the lap. He is a tenth and a bit quicker. Looking quite good for a good lap here. That was a very smooth chicane. Now he's just done there. Jimmy Django is coming towards the penultimate corner. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, and he goes a bit wide. He invalidates. Oh, right on the final corner. That was looking like it was going to be a good lap. But Marius Formula crossed the line, just caught that with a 113.9. The two Hasses at the front, pretty dominant. But I wonder, do the Red Bulls, do they need to go out again? I think they do. I think they do, if you ask me. Iris McLeod is on the outlap now on the softs, but do they want to save tyres? What is going on at Red Bull? We will see. But the two Hasses, they're looking strong, that's for sure. Guyton with his 113.7 is a mega lap, I must say. Mega lap. For a bank car, beginning of a session, it is a very good lap. McLaren's coming around the final corner now. As he begins his lap, relax, yep. He begins his lap. As VFR Mascati has just put himself into P5. Euro Chris has now put Mascati in 6th place and put himself into 5th place with a 114.3. That's a good lap from him. But right now we are currently on board with the McLarens as Iris McLeod begins his lap, and right behind them Sabi begins his lap too. But we will see if they finish their laps. Maybe they want to start on mediums, but they're in P12 and I reckon they're going to want to start on the softs because they need to be up there. But we're out on board with Miguel. Takes the chicane pretty nicely. Locks up just a tiny bit. He navigates the final corner very well. And he boxes, he backs out, maybe made a mistake. But we're going to be on board with McLeod. He's currently on a good lap. Let's see what's his sector time. He is half a second up on his banker on the mediums. Currently up him on a 140.3, but a little bit of a twitch on the exit of the chicane. Can he keep the improvement going? We will see. It's looking like a strong lap. Sabi behind him coming around as well. Puts himself into P3 with a 114.0. We go to Sabi now, exiting the final corner, and he backs out as well. He backs out as well. But who next? We're Ferrari on the lap, and a Ferrari on the out lap. However, we do have. Is he beginning? Is that nice backing out? Let's see, is Guyton below on the lap? He is, and he's improving. Oh my, he is improving on his 113.7. Takes that corner very well. Exit of the final corner. Can he improve his time? It's a 113.4. It's madness. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. That Jimmy Django puts himself into P3, the 113.9. Just missed that. What a lap from Guyton. 113.4. He's absolutely blown away the entire field. That is an incredible lap. That is time trial stuff. Wow. Well, it looks like Marius Formula is on. Let's begin his final lap now. Let's see what he can do. Navigates turn 1 and 2 very well. And it's interesting because the two Hasses up front, one of them is absolutely flying. But both of them, Maris Formula included, putting himself in a position where Haas could potentially get a 1 and 2. But we will see, we will see. I believe Sabi is on an out lap and he is beginning his lap now, so let's see what he can do. But right now we are on Maris Formula. Can he improve? He has 1/10 up on his time. It's looking good. Navigates the chicane pretty well. Let's ride on board. Let's see what he can do. Round the penultimate corner. Just manages to avoid invalidation there. And again, absolutely on the limit. Crosses the line. And it's a 113.7. It's an improvement. That is a very good improvement. But we are going to go to Sabi because he is on a lap. Let's see what he's doing. He's currently 2/10 up on his lap. On a 115.5, 2/10 up. We will see what he does now. He is 8 up after sector 2. Ooh, a little bit of a twitch on the chicane. Can he keep up the pace? Absolutely on the limit with his engine. Just manages to avoid invalidation. He's on the limit as well. There's a tyre on the track. Looks like a glitch. He puts himself to P7. Wow, the two Hasses are looking very, very good, very strong. As RS McLeod begins his lap now as well. Navigates turn 1 and 2 very well. Plenty of drivers come around now to begin their laps. But it is RS McLeod on a lap. What can he do? Can he put himself into the higher positions? We have Chris coming around, puts himself into P7. We have the AlphaTauri coming around as well, Kings. It looks like McLeod is down on his time after sector 2, and has he backed out? Not too sure. He's pushing on. And he invalidates. Mr. Psycho just begins his lap. But it looks like Insidia is coming around. He puts himself to P11. He's going to be the front of the alternate runners. We shall see what he can do from there. But we have Miguel 2.5 times up on his time in P13 currently. 2.5 times could put him into the top 10, but we will see. Can he keep up the lap together? Keep it in the white lines. And he does that. Close to the wall on the right. Ready to put himself P5. Strong time from him. Let's go back to see Mr. Psycho Alb. Where is he coming around the penultimate corner? Where can he put his car? He's in 7th currently. He stays in 7th, unlucky. He managed to improve, but that's the most he could have done from that position. But it looks like that's qualifying done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Guyton with pole position, Iris Formula in 2nd place, Jimmy Django 3rd, Iris McLeod 4th, Miguel in 5th. This is going to be a strong race, but it looks like Guyton is absolutely on the limit. He's on rails with a 113.492. I think that's one of the quickest times I've seen across all the divisions. That is incredible lap time. And that's it for qualifying. But let's have a look at the championship again. Iris McLeod currently leads. He has yet to win a race in the championship. That shows you that he's been very consistent. He's been in the top 5 all the races bar USA. Very, very consistent. He's on 111 points, leading by 22 points. It's looking good for Iris McLeod. He did qualify in 4th place, so he's in with a good chance. In with a good chance. Very consistent racer. Ramonatic in 2nd. He has 89 points, and he leads Sabi by 8 points, who is on 81. Sabi won 2 races, but he didn't start, he DNF'd, and he's finished 14th in one of the races, which is why he's maybe not maximised his points, but he's got the pace in him. He's got the pace in him. But let's just see if he can show it today. Jimmy Django also very consistent, been in the top 10 bar 1 race. Very good from him. He's on 69 points. But here we are. The drivers are on the grid for the formation lap. As Guyton leaves them off. And he's already spun. Has he got damage? Starts right off the formation lap, wow. As you can see, guys, the 2 has at the front. I mean, after last season in real life F1, you wouldn't be thinking they're here, but there they are, 1 and 2, with a Ferrari of Jimmy Django behind them. You know, he could get a very good result today. Couldn't he get a podium? That is a question. Can you get a podium? We have a very strong lineup here today, guys. And Guyton still can't go over his lap from Cole. That was an incredible lap. But yeah. Jimmy Django is yet to win a race. Can this be the race where he wins it? Will the Hasses be fighting each other? Will they be playing the team game? We'll see. It's going to be very interesting. Both Red Bulls are in 4th and 9th. Their championship rival Ramonatic is not racing today. Obviously, as they come to the grid, warming up the tyres, making sure, and Miscati was disqualified. 4 drivers have been disqualified. Their tyres are going to be freezing, that's for sure. So coming off the grid, they're not going to be too strong, but we will see. We will see. As here come the drivers lining up. As the final car rolls up to the grid, we should begin the race shortly, and we don't want to see it from behind. Here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for the Italian Grand Prix. And Guyton gets a pretty good start, but so does Marius Formula. As they go side by side into turn 1, and Guyton just defends his position, but there's action behind. Jimmy Django right behind him. Iris McLeod warming up his tyres. Looks like it's pretty well done. Jimmy Django, will he have a look? No, he won't. No, he won't. But good start from Jimmy Django from the top 5. Very clean start from everyone. But there is Aston Martin at the back who's retired from the session. He's retired from the session, and we have a virtual safety car that's going to neutralize the field. Looks like someone's making a move at the back there, but they cannot do that anymore. And we have two drivers. Do they have damage? No, they don't. Bless you. The two Hasses still lead, maintain their position. Maris Formula maybe had the chance around the outside. I don't think he wanted to risk it too early on in the race. He knows he's got a better chance come later in the race, maybe on strategy. Can you keep up with Guyton though? We still have a virtual safety car. And virtual safety car has ended. We are back to green flag racing. And still both Hasses are right next to each other, separated by 0.2 of a second. Can Marius Formula keep up? Not using that much ERS. But we'll be watching the battle for the lead in this race, and they're very close together. Very consistent driving right now. And here's your predicted pistol strategy. I doubt this is the strategy you want to be on. You probably want to be on a one-stopper, soft to medium, or medium to soft. Safety car can change everything as well though. Both Hasses come across the line. Guyton in first, Maris in second, Jimmy Django third, RS McLeod fourth, Debbie in fifth. In sixth we have Miguel Sabi seventh, Mr. Psycho Albin eighth, Yora Chris in ninth, Miss Gatti 10th, Stel Repas 11th, Insidier in 12th, George in 13th, Toinman in 14th, 15th we have Elvanidis Senpai, and 16th we have Kingsman. But behind them, Jimmy Django, Iris McLeod having a look, just pushing Jimmy Django a little bit. It's a good camera angle we've got here, we can see the race from above. Well behaved, and the Ferrari of Debbie behind McLeod. Can he? Ooh, has a look, but thinks better of it. Maybe saving it, maybe saving his chances. But DRS is open this lap, so can the Haas of Maris Formula do anything? We shall see. Let's spectate them now. DRS wide open. Will he get the move done to the inside? And yeah, he's got it done well before the corner. Behind them, Debbie looks like he's passed McLeod. McLeod may have made the mistakes. That's a big gap between them and Jimmy Django. But the two houses have spots, so they're definitely fighting each other. So now we've got the two Hasses and the two Ferraris. So top four with the Ferrari engine in the back of their car. It's looking good. It's looking good as a Ferrari fan myself. Let's see, can Debbie make an impact in this race? Pushing Jimmy Django now. As Guyton, he's falling a little bit behind. He's 6/10 behind Maris Formula, but Maris Formula may be pushing. As Debbie is absolutely flying. He's pushing Jimmy Django over the limit, but this is not where you want to overtake, not here, and slow each other down. And try and remain in the DRS, but he is quick and he could be challenging the two Hasses later on. Jimmy Django goes wide, could be getting a warning for that. But let's see, will there be any overtakes? Two Hasses look pretty stable. And there you go. No overtakes. The DRS train is forming. It's going to be pretty hard to overtake, but there's a good chance. Salbi with a 3-second time penalty on the 5th lap. That could be very costly, because look, imagine all those drivers behind them. If they get within that 3 seconds, he can drop straight out of the top 10 if he finishes like this. But let's go see the Ferraris. Debut back. Don't think he's gonna make a move on Jimmy Django, but as long as they keep him the DRS train, and it looks like Guyton's going for a move down the inside, takes the position. Marius Formula is gonna have a better line coming. Will he make the move? No, he's gonna follow him through, but Guyton retakes the lead. Top 5 separated by just under 2 seconds. Incredible. But Guyton retakes the lead. Both Hasses are just swapping positions at the moment and fighting for their... Ooh, as Marius Formula gets a little bit twitchy on the exit. Will that leave Jimmy Django to come and close in now? Will Jimmy Django push? No, but Guyton may have made a mistake. The couple they are now 2.5 tenths between the two Hasses, 4 tenths behind Jimmy Django. Very interesting race at the top. Will Marius make a move? We're right on board with him. He's not using any EOS. Let's see what he does. Goes to the outside. Guyton covers the inside. Will he take the position? He does take the position. Good racing from the pair of them. Very sensible racing. Guyton now follows him through. As the two Ferraris are behind them. Jimmy Django very, very close behind them. As McLeod gets a 3-second time penalty, so both Red Bulls have penalties. This is going to be very costly for them at the end of the race, but we will see. Can people avoid getting penalties in this race? We will see. As we're still on board with Jimmy Django. Looks pretty stable throughout the field. Salbi making up a couple positions as well from where he started in 9th. But it looks very, very calm. Ooh, there's a Red Bull. Ooh, big crash. Salbi's out. Salbi's out. That could be a safety car. That was a big crash. Just saw that on the edge of the screen there. That was a big, big crash. I'll be very surprised if there's no safety car. But and if Jimmy Django goes wide as well, is that going to give an opportunity to his teammate to pass him? Looks like it is, and he is passed. They'll be in 3rd place. Can he make an impression on the two Hasses? Salbi. I wonder what happened there. I wish there was replays, but wow. Just seen that on the bottom of the screen. Smashed into the wall there. I wonder if he made contact with anyone. We will see at the end. As Guyton pits. He becomes the first of the soft runners to pit, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, maybe. He is the first to pit. It's quite early, lap 9. But he wants to overtake that position, he wants to make down the car. Let's hope he doesn't get slowed down by any drivers. Don't think he will be. Iris McLeod is very close to Jimmy Django, who did have that off, so maybe he might be struggling with the side. McLeod down the inside. They leave each other just enough room as McLeod gets a little bit twitchy on the exit. They're still side by side. And looks like McLeod gets the move done. McLeod up into P3. Obviously, he still has that 3-second time penalty, and his teammate has crashed, so not going to have that support from his teammate. but Debbie needs to get inside that DRS zone. I don't think McLeod's going to have DRS, so we will see what happens here. Jimmy Django still 4 times behind McLeod, who's losing time to Debbie. He's not going to have DRS. McLeod. Jimmy Django could be past him again, as none of them pit. McLeod pits, he knows, he knew as well. He'd get overtaken on the straight, but he is into the box. Now, will anyone follow him? Where does he come out in comparison to Guyton? I believe Guyton might be going quicker, but Marius has not pitted. He's going to stay out, and he's going to make sure he has the fresher tyres at the end of the race, and that could play into his advantage. But he's got the Ferrari right behind him, so Marius Formula might be a good time to pit this lap. But we will see what he does. We will see what he does. McLeod comes out behind Guyton. 2 and a bit seconds as Debbie goes wide. He needs to keep inside. Marius Formula pushing now. Looks like he's going to be boxing. 3 second time penalty for Miguel, who is sitting in 4th place, trying to defend the position from Miscati. Mrs. Sago Alp is also watching directly from behind. But let's see at the front. Will Marius Formula pit? This is the race here. If he pits, let's see what kind of a lap he's done compared to Guyton. He does pit. He does pit. Into the box he comes. And Debbie carries on. Jimmy Django boxes as well. But we will see Guyton coming around the penultimate corner now. Will he come out in front of Marius Formula? Has Marius Formula done a good enough in-lap to stay ahead? We will see. There you can see Guyton bullet. It looks like he's going to take the position, he does. But Miscanti on those 2-lap fresher tyres. Can he keep up? Will he be able to pass him again at the end of the race? But Guyton with an undercut managed to complete it. McLeod also ahead of Jimmy Django. But let's see how this race pans out. We're looking in for a good end to the race with Marius Formula on fresher tyres. The undercut has worked by Guyton. And apologies, I may have made a mistake. Only 1 lap fresher, not 2 laps fresh. As Debbie in the Ferrari has pitted as well, but we look at the 2 houses because this is for the net lead of the race. And Marius Formula manages to get back inside that DRS, but Guyton also has the DRS. And can you clear the McLaren? Maybe that might put a spanner in the works for Marius Formula. Doesn't look like the McLaren's going to fight it. Yeah, he's not going to fight it. He's letting them go. But we look to Debbie, who's going to come out right behind the 2 houses on 2-lap fresher tyres, then go for 1-lap fresher tyres, then Marius Formula. He's going to make an impression for sure as well. Jimmy Django on a penalty as well. Let's have a look at George here, following Kingsman. Looks like the McLaren's getting overtaken. Just letting the front runners through. Let's have a look at the 2 houses. What can they do? Marius Formula with the advantage. Oh, I was right. He did have 2-lap fresh tyres. Yeah. Unless it's a glitch. It doesn't matter. He is 6/10 behind Guyton Bullet, and it looks like he doesn't want to close up just so he's not directly in the slipstream. Everyone behind pretty stable, but Debbie behind. Also watching this battle unfold. Marius Formula right on the gearbox. Oof, the Ferrari just goes a bit wide there. As McLeod is slowly dropping out of this fight for the top three. With the penalty and the Jimmy Jungle penalty is going to hurt them just a little bit. Will Marius Formula make a move on Guyton this lap? Yep, he's closing. Round the outside, he goes onto the grass. Guyton just squeezes him and he gets the position. Marius Formula takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. What a move. Round the outside. Both gave each other just enough room, but that's racing. Good move. But how much energy are they using? Let's go on board. Roughly 30% for Marius Formula. Guyton is on above 50%, so he's more saving. And the Ferrari just around 40% as well. So they've got a decent amount of energy left. We will see what they do. Can Guyton keep up with Marius Formula now on the 2-lap fresher tyres? As Debbie gets a penalty. He's on a penalty at the moment, so that's going to hurt him as well. But the two Hasses, good racing between the two of them. No penalties for either. Biscatti, not a penalty for him either. Teinman, still repass, and Chris also don't have any penalties. But here comes Guyton in the slipstream, pulls up to the outside, and it looks like he's going to get the move done. Yep, he does. Well before the corner. But the Hasses swap positions. This is a good way for them to keep their 1 and 2. But who's going to take the win? They have to defend from Debbie, who's behind them, who's got 3-lap fresher tyres compared to Guyton. So it is going to be a good fight at the end. Will Guyton have enough of tyres left before the end of the race? We saw him set that stellar lap in qualifying. Does he still have that same pace? Can he use that to his advantage? Marius Formula 3 times behind him could be making the move again down to turn 1. We will see. Has a look at him now, maybe tries to put him off. Three tenths separate the top two. 6 tenths separate the top 3 net leaders, because Sadia is still yet to hit. But here we have Marius Formula. Will he go for a move? He's gaining. Will he gain enough? Guyton Bullet stays around the outside, but Biscatti does not go for the move. He thinks better of it. Maybe he wants to stay behind and save a bit, but that's a wise choice. He's on the 2-lap pressure tyres. Can he save enough? Then pass him towards the end of the race and just use the energy to get away. We will see. But top 3 looking very good. Haven't seen much of the rest of the field, but this is where the action is right now. Marius Formula just keeping a good gap to Guyton. Knows that if he wants to overtake, he can. That is the sort of gap he's got for himself here. Both of them being very careful, trying not to get any penalties. And they're doing very well so far. Marius doesn't look like he'll be going for the overtake again on this lap. We'll see though. He's gaining again, Guyton looks like he's going to stay around the outside. And Marius Formula makes the move down the inside. Side by side. And down to turn 2, they're still side by side. Where are they going to come out? Oh, Marius Formula still in the lead, just roughly. Guyton Bullet run. Guyton Bullet takes the lead. Wow, side by side racing. Manages to keep his lead. Lost it for a second, but he's got it back. That was very good race from the pair of them going into turn 1 and 2. We've seen certain drivers go through there and, you know, only one of them comes out. But both of them came out of that. Good racing from the pair of them. But as these two fight each other, the Ferrari of Debbie can save his energy, and I think he is doing that. He is doing that. With his fresh tyres, he can stay behind them without having to worry. Iris McLeod is just keeping the distance a bit. He's saving his tyres. He's a bit low on energy, but we will see. As Marius Formula is very close to Guyton, he wants to get the move done. Insidious still hasn't pitted on the 17 lap full tyres. He's 2.7 seconds ahead of Guyton, but here comes Marius Formula around the outside again. He's going to make the move, going to get the move done before turn 1, and he has. Look how close the top 3 are. Incredible racing in Division 2. Guyton just pulled a little bit of a gap there. How much energy has he got? No, so this is Marius Formula. How much energy has Guyton? Oh, he's still over 50%. Still over 50%. Marius Formula is around 28%. It looks 27%. This could play crucial. So Marius Formula with the fresher tyres, but he doesn't have as much energy. This could help Guyton later in the race to defend. That's for sure. But Guyton has to keep up 7 tenths to Marius, and Marius Formula is trying to creep into the DRS of Insidia. I don't think he's got it. He may have just got it. Let's see. Will Marius have the DRS? He does. He does. So can he make an impression on Insidia? Because he's going to want to overtake him. That's for sure. Insidia is flashing. But he's going to want to make a move on him to try and use that opportunity to get away from Guyton. It looks like he's going to do that right now, and Insidia is pushing him just a little bit wide, and that is going to help Marius Formula to get away slightly. Oh, Insidia just lets them go, doesn't want to get involved. Fair enough, but I'm not too sure Marius would be too happy with that. He was probably hoping, he is flashing, he is low on energy, but he was probably hoping that he can hold them up a little bit, but it's okay. Still got a good race on our hands. And let's see, Debbie, is he still saving energy? No, not quite. He's used quite a bit. Guyton Bullet gets a little bit twitchy on the exit, loses a bit of time to Marius Formula, but he has got the energy advantage, the ERS advantage. He can close that gap just slightly. He's got a DRS too, so he's going to close that gap. As Debbie right behind him. As Marius is flashing. Here they come towards turn 1. Is Guyton going to make a move? He sends it down the inside. He's made the move. He's got it. He's done it. Into P1. And Guyton goes. And Debbie going to have a look. Yeah, Marius, no he's not. But Marius needs to use this opportunity now. Last 13 laps. 12-13 laps to just save his ERS. Save as much as you can, don't pass Guyton, save and have something to fight with. Let's see how much energy Guyton's got. Still halfway, and Marius is struggling less than 10%. He might be under pressure from the Ferrari behind them. But Jimmy Jangle is up into 4th place. It looks like he passed McLeod. But Marius Formula right behind Guyton. Very close to him. Guyton really not pushing too much, not using that energy. Trying to break the slipstream. Guyton weaving just slightly, but looks like Marius Formula is going to go On the outside again. He's got the move done before turn 1. The Ferrari's still just watching behind them. Maros is flashing, so he's going to be a bit vulnerable. If I was him, I would have stayed behind and just saved my energy as much as I can. Use DRS to just keep up. But maybe with his pressure tyres, he wants to stay out in front. Maybe he knows he has the advantage at the end of the race to push on a little bit more. One thing is for sure though, Jimmy Django is closing in. 1.3 seconds behind his teammates. Can you get into that DRS? There you go, you can see him in the background. As Marius Formula is starting to pull away from Guyton. Is Guyton struggling with his tyres a little bit? It's using energy. He wants to stay inside that DRS and he is using quite a bit. Marius testing his limit. Marius really pushing here. Trying to save, trying to get a good balance between pace and saving the energy, and there is someone off. There is someone off Wakebrook going again, so I don't think there'll be a safety car, but Guyton getting close to Marius again, really being tested here. Marius has got the race pace with the 2-lap pressure tyres, the Ferrari behind him. Definitely within the last 5 laps, it's going to see maybe a drop in performance from Guyton, and this Ferrari of Debbie, he can make a move. Jimmy Django falls back just a little bit, he's a 2-second gap. Oh, and Debbie's off. He's broke his front wing. And we saw that on board with him. Oh, he lost it on the fast right hander that switches to slower on the exit. He's lost it there. Very common to lose it there, but unlucky for him. He was in for a podium, but not anymore. Let's go back up to the top. Debbie, unlucky for him, but let's see Guyton. Is he going to make a move? He's closing in. Knows Marius got no energy, goes right out the outside. He's not going to... Did he lift off? He has to leave him space. Look how he lifted off for a second. But Marius needs to stay behind him to save energy and then pass him at the end. Now it looks like the strategy, but Debbie into the pit lane, unlucky for him, falling back big time. Maybe a safety car could come out at the end and help him, but unlucky for him. Unlucky, we saw him lose it on the exit. But the two Hasses now, it's just between them, the fight is between them. It's going to be both of them have the speed, so let's see who is going to be the wiser of the two of them, the smarter of the two of them, the more riskier of the two of them. 5 times separate them, Guyton leads. He is roughly 40% energy, and he is using Marius Formula right behind him. This is where the race has been the whole stream. Right at the top, these two give it an epic battle, and Miss Marius Formula doesn't want to pass him, return off his DRS, it looks like. Yeah, he has. Miss Catty and Jimmy Django right behind them, fighting for position. Jimmy Django is slowly dropping back. He may have damage, I'm not sure. Mr. Psycho up right behind them. Haven't seen too much of these guys lately. The action's been all at the front, but let's have a look at them for a bit and we'll come back to the top. Mr. Psycho Albin and Williams. Can you keep up with the Ferrari and the Aston Martin of Jimmy Django and Muscati respectively? Looks like a big gap between them. But we go back to the Hassis who just aced in the final corner, and looks like Marius Formula doesn't have enough gap. We'll see. Maybe he's saved the energy. Doesn't look like it. Using the DRS to his advantage, staying behind him, maybe doing the strategy I talked about earlier, just staying behind him and saving the ERS, but the energy's not being saved enough around here. As only 3 drivers remain without a penalty, which is the 2 Haas up front and the Stale repass. Props to them, but still not finished, so they've got to keep their concentration. But what a good race from the top 2. Let's see how much energy Guyton's got. Still over 50%. He looks like he's got the pace today. Miscati still just trying to keep up with him, saving a bit of energy. And someone's retired in the pits, that's good. George has retired in the pit lane. Marius Formula just dropping a little bit, 7/10 of a second, going to use that DRS to get back. I'm sure just slowly saving his energy, but not enough, not as much as he would have hoped. I'm sure we'll see Guyton towards the latter stages of this race, last maybe 2 laps or so, utilise that energy and just pull away. But Marius Formula and Guyton have given us an epic race today, that is for sure. We do have another DRS train forming. We have Miscati, Jimmy Janko, Mr. Sakuraba, and McLeod. The next 4 behind the top 2. And it looks like Marius Formula just closing that gap a little bit. Look at Mr. Sakuraba. Is he going to make a move with Jimmy Janko into the final corner? Will he do it? No, he thinks better of it. He's going to follow him around. But we go to Miscati. Will he make a move on Guyton this lap? Turns off his DRS. Yep, doesn't want to take the position. Guyton just make sure we can't take that surprise launch maybe. But we look back. There is a yellow flag in sector 1. There's a Mercedes of Chris, I believe. Or was that glitch? Maybe looks like glitch. No, it was Elvin this who retired. We go back to Marius, who is still 4 times behind Guyton. Half a second out. How much energy has he got to play with? He's still saving that energy, which is good to see. Guyton still 50%. He's relaxed, composed. He knows he's got the pace today. But kind of Miscati spoiled his body. Is Mr. Sakuraba going to make a move down into the final corner? He has a look. Oh, Jimmy Janko just squeezes him slightly. Good racing from the pair of them. McLeod is right behind him as well. Marius Formula doesn't want to make a move, maybe saving his energy. He really wants to do this on the last lap, but Guyton's got loads of energy to play with. Loads of ERS. Marius Formula just weighing up his options. He's got 2 lap pressure tyres. He knows he's got the advantage on that front, but it's Guyton with the ERS advantage, so pretty level between those 2. Mr. Sakuraba is very eager to get past Jimmy Janko to get 4th place here. Let's see Mr. Psycho Alb. Very quick through this section. But he's not got the opportunity to make a move through there. Still 2 turns behind Jimmy Django, and guys in the DRS train, they're going to struggle just a little bit. You're going to see Marius Formula still some way behind Gaitan Bullet, but he is gaining using that DRS now. That's the advantage you can play. You can save his DRS and stay in the DRS. Mr. Psycho Alb, is he going to make a move? Will they touch? They make contact, the two of them. But Mr. Psycho Alb is going to have another run. Jimmy Django has to defend the inside. McLeod is there as well. But McLeod is going to make a move on Mr. Psycho Alb. He just defends his position. They're both flashing. All 3 of them actually. And these guys are putting on quite a show. Jimmy Django is falling out of that DRS, so there's going to be a move. Can Jimmy Django get back into that DRS? We will see, but we don't know for sure. All of them flashing so far. Looks like Jimmy Django is going to be out of that DRS. Just about. So will Jimmy Django be overtaken here? Let's have a look at Marius Formula. Still doesn't look like he's going to go for a move. But I said this last time and he did go down the inside. But we need to see Mr. Psycho Alb will he make a move on Jimmy Django. I don't believe Marius Formula is going to make a move here. Let's see Mr. Psycho Alb. He's going to go around the outside. Side by side. Oh, just backs out. Jimmy Django keeps the position. Good defending from him. Mr. Psycho Alb knew on the outside there he's not going to have the advantage. But will McLeod make a move now? Mr. Psycho Alb just defends that position. Mr. Psycho Alb really under pressure here. Jimmy Django's still not in that DRS, so Psycho Alb's still going to have DRS on Jimmy Django, but he's 6 turns behind, so McLeod very low on energy. But we look to the 2 houses now who are going to pass the line now to start the penultimate lap, and Gaitan goes into the pit lane. I wonder why he's done that. I was hoping for a spectacular end, but it looks like Gaitan's pit for soft tyres and he's going to go for the fastest lap maybe. But it's Marius Formula who leads the race, and he is 3 seconds clear of Miscati with no penalties. Very good race between the 2 houses there. Marius Formula played a brilliant race. Knew he wanted to stay out on the 2 laps, but he needs to keep it on the road here. But the battle now is back at Jimmy Django, Mr. Psycho Alb, McLeod battling for P3. The last podium position. Can Mr. Psycho Alb keep up with Jimmy Django? McLeod still looking, he's desperate. Can he do anything? Can Mr. Psycho Alb make an impression on Jimmy Django into the final corner? He's using that energy deployment. It looks like he wants to go for it. And just like Jimmy Django's got more energy than him, but here he goes, Mr. Psycho Alb round the outside. Can he do it? He has made the corner on the final lap. He's made it into P3. Incredible racing. Takes the position from Jimmy Django. On the final straight, he had the last bit of energy to use. But let's see the penalties. What do they have? Penalties. Mr. Psycho Alb has 6 seconds worth of penalties, so he needs to finish 1 second ahead of Jimmy Django. but it has been an incredible race. That is certain. The two houses put on a spectacular show. Guyton Bullet with an amazing lap in qualifying. His battle with Maris Formula was incredible. He pitted at the end to go on the soft tyres. Maybe his tyres going to last to the end, but it's going to be Marius Formula who wins the Imola Grand Prix. And Mr. Saigo up comes round, and Jamie Django is going to get the podium because of that 1 second. He managed just to finish inside that 1 second gap. But we look back to P8, he comes round. Solid result for him, for Chris. But good race all round. Everyone gave us a bit of action there, especially at the front. But yeah, as I was saying, the two houses, incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Both of them gave us an entertaining race. Good strategical point of view as well. Guyton with the undercut. Managed to make it work. They battled to the end. Jimmy Django and the two Ferraris, unfortunately, Derby finished in 13th. Who's coming around the final corner now, and unlucky for him. He had the pace. I believe he had the pace. He could have won this race if he just kept it on the track, but it's unlucky. It's unfortunate, but it's racing. It happens. But well done to him, and well done to Marius Formula, who wins the race. Miscati taking second place, and third goes to Jimmy Django. Apologies if I said anyone's incorrectly, or if I've said anything incorrect. Very entertaining race. As we have our drivers, Marius Formula in first place, Miscati second, Jimmy Django in third. That completes your podium. Mr. Psycho Albin fourth, in fifth Stel Repass, sixth RS McLeod, seventh EWS Miguel, 8th Euro Chris, 9th Euro Insidia, and 10th Guyton Bullet. That rounds your top 10. P11 we have Kingsman, P12 Euro Timeman, Debbie in 13th, in 14th we have Elvin Adis Senpai, 15th we have George, 16th we have Sabi. We actually saw that crash. Unlucky for him as well. I wonder what happened there. 17th we have VFR Lost Souls. But that was your Division 2 race for this week in Imola. I hope you guys enjoyed. And we will see you in the next one.